live. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. It is Sunday evening, 6:37 Central Standard Time, 5:37 on the East Coast, and 4:37 in the evening if you are on the left coast. All right, guys. So, what to talk about? Well, let's take a gander over here and look what we got going on. Let us, bam, do that. And I gotta update my browser, make sure we are getting the right thing. Cool, ballin'. Let's go over here. That's what we want to see. All right, cool. So, without going into too much detail, man, hope you guys are finding some value in what we're doing here. I had a pretty relaxing weekend. Took kind of Sunday morning off, spent time with my daughter. Had a good time. You know, some of the guys are wanting us to live stream V for Vendetta tonight because tomorrow is November 5th. Oh, big up to Revolution. So we'll see about that. I'm not exactly sure if that's what we're going to do. But we are potentially going to do that. I don't have much to do for the rest of the night except play the trading cryptocurrency video game. As I posted earlier in the Discord, we are seeing somewhat of a weekend altcoin dump, and that is something that I predicted to see. What I was not expecting was for Ethereum to pump as hard as it did today. Quite interesting, as well as Bitcoin, Ripple slightly. Pretty much all the big BitMEX alts kind of pumped across the board, and we're going to break them down. I was not here to see them. Got stopped out of our short positions. However, that's okay. There's plenty of time for us to catch the movements upwards. So, with that being said, unless anybody has any pertinent questions, I'm going to go ahead and start today off with our usual method. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. Then we're going to take a look at Stellar Lumens because everybody is interested in looking at Stellar Lumens. So, let's get into it. Now, I am using the dark template. I don't really like it, but I've gotten feedback that it is easier on the eyes for individuals to see it in the darker template. I'm not sold on that, so if you guys feel differently about it, please let me know, because I don't fucking like it. It seems very difficult for me to see. I much prefer my gray tone. It is much clearer for me to see that way, but I don't want to make it overly difficult for you people to see what it is that I'm doing, so being that as it is, we'll do this for now. All right. So, as we knew, Bitcoin is still in a intense consolidation period, holding the bottom there at 6K, 5,800, but still, in my mind, creeping closer and strength of the bounces off this elasticity of the springboard support here at 6K is getting weaker and weaker. And will it be able to hold? I highly doubt it, because this is not how markets bottom. I've been talking about this for a while. We will and need to see a capitulation style event where Bitcoin is pushed down below 6K, the order books can be cleared out, individuals start panic selling and provide liquidity to everybody attempting to go long. Now, whether or not this happens now, whether or not this happens in 12 months, whether or not this happens in 6 months or 6 days, I can't tell you that, and nobody can. Anybody trying to give you accurate predictions of time horizons are fucking crazy. All I can do as an experienced technical analyst and sentiment analyst is look at probabilities and tell you what is most likely to happen in this time frame. Now, I can tell you from a biased perspective that I definitely think that in the long term, obviously, as we all know in the space, Bitcoin is going to the fucking moon. But in the short term, we just have to look for predictable trading patterns and trade them as best as we possibly can. All right, so getting down into the technical analysis. Now, zoomed out, looking at the larger volume profile. Let's take and move this bad boy up here because it's in my way. And you guys can't really see the visible range, and that's too bad. I'll have to look into changing that. Probably just look at moving me like up here. Hopefully that's not too crazy for you guys. You know what? I'm gonna do this shit later because I don't feel like altering my entire setup while I'm streaming live, but it's something that I'll be doing here. Alright, so in the grand scheme of things, we can see here that the point of control for volume has been breached by Bitcoin. And let me zoom in on that a little bit. So right here, this white dotted line is the point of control, the period of most active traded volume in the market at the current point in time. And we have now broken that and opened up the new day above that and continuing to go up. So we are looking for that point of control to hold. It is very strong. It's a very actively traded point right there in the market. So those points are very hard for price to go above, and when price does go above those large volume nodes, those large supports and resistance, we look for those resistances to hold as support coming back down. So that is at 6,401. We are now at 6,432 at the moment, trading on Coinbase. So we're looking for a pullback to the $6,400 area, and we're looking for that support to hold for continued upward movements. Our next area of strong resistance is going to come at 6,538 roughly, and 6,574. So around the 6,500 to 6,600 region is an area where I'm looking for us to experience our next pocket of resistance in the short term anyways, and then we will see whether we can clear those bounds, because that's going to correspond with the top of our volume profile right here. So 70% of all volume is occurring inside this volume profile channel, and so we are looking for this to act as our next line of resistance for us to break and for that to hold. So that's just looking on the daily chart. I've still pinpointed this area down here. Let me get off auto. I've still pinpointed this area down here as optimum accumulation, and it is quite large, but you're talking about a range of 6,101 to 5,774. It is potential that we see Bitcoin be stop loss on it all the way down to 5,500. I do not see that out of the cards, but this is where I would have our stops set. So on the Fisher Transform, we can also see that now price has currently traded above the zero line here, which is typically a bullish sign, and it's going to be extremely bullish for a continued uptrend if we see on the pullback to 6,400 potentially, we see that the Fisher bottoms above the zero line, which lets us know that the uptrend is not exhausted and that we are going to see continued upwards movement. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat and I will get to them when I can for all 0.2 of you watching. But I keep doing this anyways. ADX lets us know, by the way, I need to change the formatting now that I'm using the dark screen. Okay, ADX lets us know that price is still consolidating, not trending very strong at all, and it is fairly bullish. So we can see that there's much more bullish momentum than bearish momentum. Bearish momentum kind of peaked up right here to correspond for this huge stop loss hunt dump right here, and then trended a little bit below, and then peaked up on this dump right here. But the bears weren't able to push price down as far, and buyers were still there to step up and buy up those dips, as we can see indicated by these long tails here at the bottom of the candles. But price is still not trending. We are still in a strong period of consolidation, but looks quite bullish, honestly, in the short term. Seems like we're going to see some upward movement here, and then we just need to get beyond this chunk of resistance right here to see if we can continue going up. Shorts have dropped off the face of the map. So, but longs have risen, but not as substantially as shorts have dropped off. So right now there's about 40,000 BTC worth of longs and shorts on Bitfinex right now by my count, give or take several thousand. So, but again, as I've been talking about over the last couple weeks, the ratio of longs to shorts, the ratio of longs to shorts on Bitfinex and BitMEX is diametrically opposed. So if you've got a 60-40 ratio one way on Bitfinex, and then you have a 40-60 ratio the other way on BitMEX. So I've been tending to go with BitMEX because there's just still so much FUD over Bitfinex, so not recommending that people actively trade on Bitfinex. And I don't want to be seen as spreading FUD, but you just have to look at the reality of the situation. And for securing your funds, you have to go where you think is safest. So if you were watching this on a shorter time frame, let's go down to the hourly and see when would you have wanted to buy into Bitcoin. All right, so again, you guys can't see the visible range, which is a fucking shame, but whatever, it is what it is. Suffice it to say that, let's just say that this area right here is the end of the high volume nodes on the VPVR. So let me see if I can't. There's got to be a way that there's got to be a better way that I can format this, but it is what it is. So we would have wanted to buy into Bitcoin. We would have wanted to aggressively market buy in on two areas. Once we broke this high volume node area right here, or again, you could have also alternatively have bought in as soon as the volume area was broached. And you can see the volume was confirming this movement, so this is definitely a movement you wanted to have bought into. Price was consolidating, as we can see here from the ADX trending down. So price was consolidating throughout this entire area and was quite bullish for most of it. And the bears took over a little bit right here. But again, on the hourly time frame, with how volatile this thing is, you have to take that into account when you're interpreting DMI. It's much better to just look at the fact that you have falling volume and generally more buying than selling going on. And then you see these shorts just drop off the face of the map, and that lets you know what you need to be doing. Now, for those of you who have been watching the channel and understand my strategy, I want to make things very clear. When I'm talking about buying or aggressively market selling into a massive green candlestick, that's in an established uptrend, okay? That's not in consolidation. When you're in a period of consolidation and then you see a large spike of bullish volume and buying, that is very bullish. That is not bearish. But when you are in an established uptrend and price is breaking resistance and going up and up and up, and then you're seeing lots of buy volume, and then there's just a massive, huge amount of buy volume, shorts drop off, longs skyrocket. That is when you want to sell. So that is completely different from price being in consolidation and then seeing a lot of buying. That is very bullish. That is when you want to enter the marketplace. So I just want to explain the difference between that, because I know that some people have been, not confused, but asking me, they're like, well, but Justin, you're always telling us to buy on big red candlesticks and sell on big green candlesticks. You're right. That's in a period of a trend. So if you're in an established downtrend and you're seeing a lot of selling take place and you're breaking through support, and then you see preferably on one time frame, like a daily or an hourly, or you're going to see it generally on a 5-minute bar. You're generally going to see it on a 5 to 1 hour bar. You're going to see just a huge, massive, big red candlestick and a massive volume bar of volume. And if you're already in an established downtrend and you've broken through supports, that is the moment when the market believes, when retail traders believe that they need to hop onto this trend that is going to continue. But what they're doing is providing liquidity to the market for those who are now attempting to go long, because once everybody is sold, there's nothing to stop price from going up. Price can't move down any further once everybody who wants to sell is sold. So, that's what you got to keep in mind. And alternatively, you just reverse that when you're looking at price that is trending up. It's trending up and trending up and trending up. You have all these retail traders on the sidelines who are wanting to get in and make profit, but there becomes a watershed moment, when finally everybody that's on the sidelines piles into what they think is going up. And and you see that visually represented in the chart with a massive green candlestick, a massive spike in volume that is green, bullish buying volume. And that is when you want to short the market, because everybody that wants to bought is already bought in, so there's no buyers left to push price higher, and there's no resistance to keep the sellers from pushing the price down. So, but when you're in a period of consolidation like we see right here, which you can use ADX to tell you if you're in consolidation, you can just use simple price analysis to tell you if you're in consolidation, you can use a momentum indicator to tell you if you're in consolidation, then when you see an increase of bullish or buying of bullish volume or bearish volume or selling, that is an indication of which way the trend is going to continue after that period of consolidation. So we've seen price break out, and we're looking for price to continue on in a 5-wave Elliott impulse. So we've seen that price has shot up once, and so we are looking for that pullback we could have already seen it, so we could be looking at our next impulse wave right here. But if we just go ahead and take a fib retracement of that movement, again, we were looking for price made a 50% retracement down here, almost it made a 61.8% retracement at 63.93, but price did come down to that 64.07 mark almost immediately, and now we're looking for price to continue on to the upside. And where are we looking for price to go? Well, we simply just do a trend-based fib extension, and we look for where we think the bottom is, and we're looking for price to go to 64.60, and then 65.51 after that would be our targets if we're going long, looking for our targets for the next impulse wave. Okay, but however, we can use a better way to determine targets, and that's with using our volume profile. So we want to zoom in here, and we want to find where are the next areas of resistance. Well, you see here our volume profile, our emerging volume profile corresponds perfectly with that 1.618. So that 65.58 that I was just talking about corresponds with a very low volume node. So you see here, if price can make it above, our next significant area of resistance is here at 64.36. A lot of buying and selling taking place right here. So if we can get above this price action at 64.36, then there's really no volume up here. There hasn't been a lot of buying and selling at these prices. So there's no resistance to stop price from just tearing through all the way up to our next significant area right here, which is 65.58. So if you were going long, I would be targeting 65.58 on the smaller time frame, looking for the next potential wave 3 or potentially wave 5. And you want to look for pullbacks, dips from those waves if you're trying to buy into the uptrend. And then again, if you're in an established uptrend and then we see on wave 5 that there is a massive increase in buying volume, typically on a 1 hour or a 5 to 15 minute time frame candlestick, that's when you're going to want to take your profits and potentially short the market down to your next area of support. So Bitcoin looking pretty bullish on the hourly chart. We see here that the Fisher transform topped above the 0 line. This is quite bullish, lets us know that the uptrend is not exhausted. And we're also getting the crossover signal right now. So this is actually giving us a buy signal right now to go ahead and pull that buy trigger. All right, going over to Ethereum. Take a look at Ethereum, starting off on the daily. So Ethereum pumped up pretty significantly today, but it's not having the follow through that we're seeing with Bitcoin, and we can see that from this very long tail. A lot of people taking profits, and that's fine. That's kind of to be expected. But are we looking for this trend to continue? Are we looking for it to not continue? So we see that price did make a, so if we reverse, let me reverse the Fibo as it should be. We see here that price shot all the way up to test that 618 level. It didn't quite make it. It went all the way up to about $218. Couldn't make the $221 target that we would have had. But it did then come down to that 50% retracement. So we're looking for price to go above 211. And if we go above 211, again, we're looking at targeting that $221 range. Now, longs, we were in this period of consolidation. Shorts dropped off. Longs picked up. That was a bullish sign for you to see. The shorts would have started dropping off right here on this candlestick. So this candlestick right here, which also... And look where we're at. We are bouncing off the lower area of the volume profile, and price is holding. And that is strong support. So we knew, and if we look over here at our volume profile, we can see that the point of control at that point in time, and still is, at $199. So once we make it over... Hey, what's going on, Johnny boy? Thanks for joining the stream, man. Glad you could make it, dude. So we can see here that once price made it over $199 and holds that level, yep, everybody smash that like button, hit that subscribe, do all the good stuff, and make sure to head over to Your Crypto Daily and check out Red Planet 32 and Johnny Boy Crypto, proud partners of the show. So we can see that once price did make it over that $199 level, which was our point of control, we are expecting for the point of control to hold, because that's where a lot of buying and selling is taking place, and it's very difficult for price to make it through that level. So that's why we are looking for that level to hold now that we've been able to make it over that price at $199. So if we're looking for a pullback on the daily time frame, we are looking for that pullback to $199. That is basically a retracement of $11 right now at current price action at $210.12 on Coinbase. So, but where are we looking for price to go from here? Well, again, we just zoom out and we use our volume profile and we look for the current market area. So we just want to isolate this period of consolidation. And again, where's our volume profile at? Well, we see our next strong level of resistance is here at $223. That corresponds to our moving volume profile right here. That also corresponds very nicely to that 618 Fibonacci extension level that we had already plotted out. So you're looking for $221 to $228 is where you want to be targeting if you're long biased on Ethereum right now. That is also potential the area where I would not recommend shorting the market from that area. You really want to wait until you get to that level and then see what volume is doing. You want to pay attention especially to what longs and shorts are doing, and as I've already said, longs are still skyrocketing on Ethereum and shorts have dropped off the face of the planet. So looking at our Fisher Transform Oscillator, we can see that it's still very tight on price. We got the Fisher Transform would have given you the buy signal here on this candlestick. So following our strategy, you would have been able to capture all of this movement, and it is not telling you to sell yet, and nor are we particularly oversold. Seems like the oversold level, the significant oversold level for Ethereum, at least on the Fisher Transform, is about that 1.5 to 2 level. On the downside, anywhere from -3 to -4. So these are all very short-term consolidation movements. So we're not looking to sell into consolidation. We're looking to sell into impulse. So if you're still long in the Ethereum trade, you should not have been looking to sell yet, unless you were looking to take your watching a shorter time frame. Then maybe you potentially were able to catch that talk. Smushed. My bad, man. Let me see what I can do to make it look a little bit better. Well, we got to also mention, I'm trying to look at the daily time frame on a long view here, so bear with me as I try to make everything look nice and pretty for you guys. You know, one thing that I can do is go to my editor and see if I can't. It's not going to do it quite the way that I want it to, but we can do this. Hopefully that looks a little bit better. Thanks, Crush, for joining the stream, man. Let me know if you got any questions. I'm happy to look at whatever you guys want me to look at. All right, so if we zoom in here, let's look at the hourly chart on Ethereum and see where we think we should be going. All right. So we're going to have to zoom out to get a more reliable volume profile. Okay. So we're going to have to zoom out more. Okay, now you guys are not going to be able to see everything. Oh no, smash the like button. All right, appreciate that, man. Good looking out. All right, so of course I'm in the way, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. Here we go. Okay, that way you guys can see price a little bit better here. All right, so as we can see, our volume profile is letting us know that the current channel that we're trading in is denoted by the blue line at the top and the blue line at the bottom. That's our developing volume area. And the purple box here indicates the consolidation period that Ethereum was in. So we can see here that we did have a breakout of the consolidation right here, and it seems like we're having a pullback to test resistance turn support. So this is quite bullish. We're looking for price to move up. And this, you see this high volume node right here. This is where our next area of resistance is going to be, and that corresponds with our growing volume profile right here. And you can see here that these are low volume nodes. There's nothing here. There's no, and we can go back in history and see. Yeah, these areas have not historically been strong support or resistance. We can see here that price shot right through, price was able to hold, but the movements weren't very impressive, price shot through. So these areas right here, we're really not looking for price to be turned around, okay? Because price bounces from high, we can see here that once we blast through one high volume node right here, price then is attracted to low volume node areas, right? Because they don't represent strong resistance or support, they become strong resistance and support. And we can see here that that's exactly where price went to. Price bounced. Once price tore through the point of control right here, price went through this high volume node and was attracted to these low volume nodes. And now we're looking for this high volume node, which corresponds with the resistance level of the trading channel that we're in, the consolidation range that we were in. We're looking for this to hold, and then we're going to bounce from a high volume node to another high volume node, or a high volume node to a low volume node area, all right? But since we've already started to establish this as resistance and support, your potential targets are to again target this same range, this low volume range node, or to target the next high volume node range. And if we're able to find that as resistance, then you target low volume node ranges for your next short. Honestly, I'd be targeting this range right here if we were to bounce off. You can see this is what I'm talking about, this low volume node right here in between these two relatively high volume node areas. So the next area, just to put some quantities on this, $224 is the next area that I'd be targeting. So let's zoom in and see what our wave is looking like. All right, so we had a legitimate breakout right here, and if you were watching the hourly chart, you're seeing a period of consolidation, right? A period of consolidation, and then you see the point of control broken right here on high volume confirming. And that is extremely bullish, and you would want to be aggressively market buying in, and then you'd be looking for this area to hold as resistance. It was blasted right through, as you can see, and all this indicated by shorts dropping off the face of the planet. So you could have bought in right here and then waited and seen that shorts were dipping, and then you could have aggressively bought in more as more and more shorts fell off. But longs did not significantly spike to meet the supply. So that's kind of interesting. But again, as we can see, we had topped below the zero line right here, which generally lets us know that the downtrend is going to continue. But in this case, we reversed and got the buy signal from the Fisher transform right here, and then we're able to blast through the zero area into the overbought region right here at the top of this candlestick. And if you were looking, this is what I'm talking about. You're in an established uptrend, and then you see this massive, let me zoom in so you guys can see closely what I'm talking about. So you get a lot of established uptrend, and then you see this. You see this at the top breaking through resistance, and you see this massive candlestick of buying volume, and that is when you want to be looking to exit the market. You're going to be targeting, if you're watching it live, you're going to be targeting a level of resistance and waiting to try and catch the very peak of that movement. All right, so then we had a pullback. Is this, let's see what this corresponds to. Is this going to be the pullback that we want to see? Well, let's see here. Our last down movement against the trend was right here. And we need to reverse that. And that is a 618 retracement. That's beautiful. Look. So we measure from where the trend is broken right here, and it's broken on bearish volume, and we measure from here to the top of the trend, and we can see the price has come down to that 618 and finding consolidation. If we zoom out, do we find confluence with our volume profile? Is there confluence there with our volume profile? Yes. Oh, hold on, I gotta zoom out more to get it. So hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry, it's a little smushed. So let me hide the 618 for real quick so you can see. Yes, you can see that that 618 corresponds to a node of high volume. So we are looking for this support to hold. And then we're going to be looking for price to tear through this low volume node and looking for the next area of resistance, which is the top of this movement. And if price can make it through that, we're targeting the next high volume node, which corresponds nicely with, well, zooming in to recent price. There we go. Corresponds nicely right here to the top of our current volume profile, taking the higher prices out of it and just looking at this long range of consolidation. So now that price is above the point of control right here and the most volume down here, we are looking for this uptrend to continue. This is correspond on the hourly time frame. This is corresponded with the Fisher topping above zero. So still looking for this uptrend to continue on Ethereum, targeting 224 and currently 217. All right. Now, where are we going to think that we're wrong about this? Well, if we go back into our consolidation range and we find that previous high volume node not get respected, well, then we're looking for price to consolidate back to 203, or we're looking for a retest of the point of control at $200. So that's where I'm at on Ethereum right now. All right, Ripple. Ripple did not see the same big movement that we saw from Ethereum or Bitcoin, so has not tore off really relative to Big Daddy Bitcoin. But you can see that, sorry, let me edit my settings here. Okay. we see that price has been able to break above the point of control at 45 cents, and so we're looking for this point of control to hold. And look at all these low volume nodes right here. We're not looking for price to be held back from just tearing right through here all the way up to 52 or all the way up to 52 cents. So that is a nice movement on the daily chart. So however, not a lot of volume coming in here to confirm this bullish movement. We haven't seen the breakout yet, but we should be looking for it. And again, we're seeing shorts fall and longs rise in consolidation, but the consolidation is much tighter. So DMI is telling us right here, sorry. All right. DMI is letting us know that we are in a strong period of consolidation and that the bears and the bulls are fighting so that bearish and bullish momentum is almost equal. However, as you can see here, we topped above the zero line right here, or at the zero line, and they're continuing to move up. All right. So we could potentially be looking at moving into the overbought region here and pulling back to retest this point of control and then finally breaking out from there. That is the way I probably see it working out going into the hourly time frame. All right. Again, on the hourly time frame, we can see the volume coming in. We can see the volume coming in right here. And again, this is what I'm talking about. Established, you know, we're moving up. We're in an uptrend. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. And now we're looking at that 1, 2, 3 corrective wave. So still looking at coming back to test that point of control. Looking to come back and test that point of control on the pullback. There's no volume here. We are not, this is not strong support and resistance. We're not looking for this to hold. We're looking to come back and retest that 45 cents and see if this breakout occurs, because we still have not broken out of the trading range. Now, the other area where we could look for price to come back, we see that price did come back and test recent swing high resistance as support and bounced off. But the volume is falling, so we're not seeing the increased... we're not seeing the follow through is what I'm trying to say. Let's see here. Recent. No. There we go. Let's get that out of there. So we're not seeing the follow through that I want to see. So once we break out of this trading range, then we'll be looking at my higher price targets of 52 cents is what I'm saying. So looking pretty bullish, but we got to make sure that these levels hold, and we've got to go ahead and break this resistance at 47 cents from 46 cents. So we'll keep our eyes on Ripple, and we'll look for more bullish volume to pull in. But I'm tentative on it because we've already seen a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave count cycle to the upside. So this should be a 1, 2, 3 corrective wave back down to the downside. And that would look like a very nice 618 retracement from that swing low to that swing high. So that's what I'd like to see. But again, we did top above the zero line here, which lets us know that the downtrend or that the uptrend should continue on. So still waiting for that third wave pullback, which might be starting right now, as you can see. Looking for the pullback and then looking to go long. Litecoin pumped and is still pumping on the daily time frame. So the Fisher is now trending above the zero line. Looking really good. We've got low volume nodes of resistance right here. Nothing to really stop us from going up and hitting $57.42. So potential long still on the table for Litecoin right now. We have broken above the point of control. So if we were to pull back, we're looking for $52.84 to hold. Volume seems to be rising. Bullish volume seems to be rising. And we've only seen a 1, 2, this is potentially wave 3, so looking for a little pullback, maybe back to that point of control, and then potentially the fifth wave, impulse wave, to take us up to 57.34, which looks like a 786 retracement from the bottom, from this movement right here, from this swing high to this swing low. So if we reject from that 786 from 57.64, we're probably still looking to short the market from that point because we're looking at a downtrend. However, if we're able to get above $57.64, then we're looking at the uptrend continuing, and then we've just got resistance here at $60.56. We've got some resistance at 60 and 61 to get through, and then as you can see here, low volume nodes, nothing to really keep us from tearing right off to the races, potentially targeting that 1618 extension at 65.65. All right, so this video has gone on quite a little bit, but I did want to take a look at Stellar Lumens, and I gotta pause here real quick to pay the bills. So let's go to, I gotta put my lower third in here. Let's see here. Sorry, still trying to get this all figured out. Here we go, boom and boom. All right, so make sure you guys head on over to cryptocurrency.com. All right, we do provide the best on the internet right now, trading signals and trading group. We'd love to have you be part of the community. If you are looking to learn the skills that you're seeing me implement here on the charts and learn how to trade like a professional, then check out our mentorship program, which we have live right now and are working on adding to every single day. Come join the community, whether you just want to come chat, talk about shit coins, talk about trading Bitcoin, trading, day trading. Some shout outs on Twitter. All right, good looking out. Are you saying I should give some shout outs on Twitter? Or I'm getting shout outs on Twitter? Because I would love shout outs on Twitter. That would be fantastic. Let's see here. Yep, check out the Discord at discord.krakencryptocurrency.com. Follow us on Twitter, tw.krakencryptocurrency.com. Make sure to check out our other educational material that we produce for free on YouTube, but ultimately we would love to see you in the Discord, krakencryptocurrency.com community. That is the best resource if you want to increase your trading skills. Also, make sure to go check out partners of the show, Your Crypto Daily. Their Discord link will be in the description of this video, and I'll start getting that in my mind so that I can just give it right out. I'm sure Johnny Boy Crypto is going to drop it in the chat right now. Looking forward to it. All right, with that being said, let's look at Stellar Lumens real quick, and then I'm going to get off and make sure that I go ahead and update our premium signals channel for what's going on for the day. Looking forward to our next trades for the week. We've already got our setups picked out. Ah, sweet. Good looking out. Some Twitter shout outs. Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right. And then I might potentially be back on to live stream V for Vendetta. So if you guys want to hang out in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and crack some bourbon. We'll be sipping some booze. It'll just be a little cracking crypto happy hour with V for Vendetta. Looking forward to the Revolution week of November the 5th. All right. So let me get rid of my ugly mug, and we'll take a look at Stellar Lumens. So we'll just start off here on the daily time frame. And what are we looking at for Stellar Lumens? Well, Stellar Lumens was trading into this symmetrical triangle, almost you could call it, but it's really more of a wedge. More of a sideways wedge. This is a pattern, and we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, which makes it valid. It's had more than 3 touches, so it's a valid pattern. The more touches, the better. We were able to break out on pretty high volume right here, which is really good. Consolidation period, which we can see. Look at the volume profile. When price is ranging above and below the point of control and the volume profile is situated in the middle, like a bell curve with outliers at the top and bottom, then what you're looking at is a period of consolidation. And you can see that DMI ranges from consolidation to trending pretty regularly, but overall it is ultimately in a period of consolidation. We have consolidation here, consolidation here, consolidation here, and then we finally get the breakout on strong volume confirmed by ADX and DMI and confirmed by the Fisher transform right here. Right here is where we would have got the buy signal from the Fisher transform, right at the bottom. Beautiful, lovely. Love that Fisher transform. Guys, you don't have to trade the way I trade. I highly recommend you learn how to look at the markets like I look at the markets and understand repeatable patterns. But if you're looking for good indicators to use, you can see here that the only indicators that I use are DMI, VPVR, volume profile, visible range, and Fisher transform. That's 1, 2, 3 indicators. This, the blue lines, the dotted yellow line, and this nice little thing over here is one indicator. Volume profile, visible range, VPVR. It is a public script on TradingView, and I will be putting out some videos about how I personally trade it. What do you think keeps boosting that back up? Are you talking about the ADX crush? The ADX rating right here? Add the wrench on me. I can post your links. All right, I'll make you a moderator real quick. Just give me a second. Add moderator. All right. There you go, Johnny. You're good to go. So if you're asking if I think that it's bots that are pushing the price up on Crush, in so much as the bots are executing the desires of the traders that are trading lumens, I think so. If you're asking what I think you're asking, and that it's wash trading, which we know occurs rampantly on cryptocurrency exchanges, or if I think that it's bots just manipulating price for the sake of manipulating price on stellar lumens, I don't believe so. I think that we're looking at legitimate patterns here. So like here, I'll give you an example. So let's put our fib retracements. All right, so the rises look almost the same pattern. Well, I think that it's most likely, and this is why. This is what we're looking for in good technical analysis, is to find repeatable, predictable patterns that we can use to extrapolate what the future is most likely to be. Good looking out, Johnny Boy Crypto, posting some links in the YouTube. So what we're looking for in technical analysis, and sorry, to go 101, but I just want to build off this idea, is we're looking for repeatable, predictable patterns that we can trade. And then once you understand these repeatable, predictable patterns, you're looking for those patterns that give you a high probability of predicting future price movements. And then that constitutes a good setup. Now, there are other aspects to it. So for me, I'm looking for critical areas where the market is likely to hold, Fibonacci extensions and retracements, but mostly, hey, Johnny Boy Crypto, you can just use discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. I'll get you the cheat sheet for all our links, but we run everything server side off the website. So, YouTube is yt.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Twitter is tw.crackingcryptocurrency.com. fb.crackingcryptocurrency.com for our Facebook. But appreciate that, man. Good looking out. Let's see here. So in this case, we can see that a bot is only as good as the person that programs it. And even if you're talking about wash trading on an exchange, they're only executing what commands they've been given by a human programmer. So if we measure from the bottom, just looking at stellar lumens on Binance, if we measure the movement from the top to the bottom, so this is the initial listing, we see wave 1, 2, 3, slight pullback here, and 5. Then we can see that humans, right there, you had all the information that you wanted to see. So for example, if I do a bar replay, right, and I just replay from right here, okay, let's say this is all the information that we had in the market, okay. Well, we can pull out our Fibonacci retracement tool and measure from the top to the bottom, okay, and we're looking at, okay, well, we've seen that price has really hit a top here on massive bullish volume. Okay, we've been in an established uptrend, and then we're just seeing a blow off top. So if we believe that this is the top, where are we looking to buy back in? Where should we program our bots to auto buy and sell? Because what you can do is typically what you want to look for is you want to try and take speculative stabs at these Fibonacci retracement points, because these are likely critical turning points for price to return. The magical number is the 618. That is the most common retracement level that you're going to see. So right here, we already know that we want to be targeting the 618 in particular for price to turn around. But we can take a stab at the 236, the 382, and the 0.5. And so if we just go ahead and start... Oh, shoot. I did it wrong. God damn it. All right, let's do that again. Okay, so if we just go ahead and start looking where price goes, we can see right here, the price comes down to the 0.5, and yeah, you can see right here, the bots buy it up. You can see the bots buy it up right here. But it doesn't hold. They take their profits. The bots probably take their profit, targeting these areas, these fib retracement points right here. And this is how they're going to be targeting for their targets. They're going to measure from the top to where they think that bottom was, and then they're going to be taking stabs at all these lines. And you can see right here, here's the 618 retracement right here of the movement from the top to the bottom, and that's where price turns around, because that's where the bots are taking their price. So insofar as that, yes, it is a lot of bots moving price action, but it's only because those bots are programmed around sound technical analysis standards. So we can see here the price comes down to the 618, and we see it gets bought the hell up. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful right here. I mean, look at that long reversal candlestick right here. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, price does shoot all the way up, and I'm assuming that is a significant Fibonacci extension right there. So that to there, we can see that that's almost a full move up. A lot of the profit was taken here. But ultimately, when price comes back down, which it does, it comes back down to the 0.5. The buyers, the bots buy it up, but the 0.5 isn't able to hold. And once this area right here, once the 382 doesn't hold, profit taking, profit taking, profit taking. And then the reason it's dumping right here is because everybody that bought in here, or everybody that bought in here, is panic selling down, because retail traders are getting fleeced at all the bottoms and tops in the market. Yes, sir, we do. So Cracking Cryptocurrency does offer a premium subscription service for trading signals and mentorship. So if you just go ahead and head on over to the Discord, discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com will take you right to there, and you will be able to just go ahead and DM me, and you can sign up for our premium subscription service. And if you want, actually, I don't mind showing you guys our tracking sheet. I'm going to be updating this later on. Let's look at October. Oh, shoot, hold on. God damn it. All right, hold on a second. Let me look it up over here. My business partner is currently getting this all done because October's cleared out. We closed out October with 339% in profits, I think. And he's putting it in our PDF, which we use for our marketing purposes. All right. Here we go. I'll just take this and pop it in right over here. Doesn't really want me to do that for some reason. Oh, okay, I understand why. Sorry. Here we go. Let's do this. Bam. Okay, there we go. We'll take a look at our results from October here. So week 1, we were able to close out at 25% profit on our calls. Week 2, we closed out at 99.79% profit on our calls. Week 3, 130%, 0.25, and then week 4, we closed out at 100.66% profit. So total profits for the month for 355.81%. If you guys are interested in following along with our trading and seeing some of those results for yourself, head on over to Cracking Cryptocurrency, or discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com is where we run the business. You can also head over to the website and sign up through that, crackingcryptocurrency.com, but we are currently redoing the web portal and the payment. Next week, within the next 2 weeks, actually, just to be real about it, right now the only currency that we're accepting is Bitcoin, but within the next 2 weeks you will be able to pay with PayPal or credit card, or however you guys would like to pay. So that is currently getting updated, and we're pushing that out soon. And then also one of the things that we're working on right now, redoing, is, well, what the heck? This one is what I want. Another thing that we're looking at making a part of the subscription service is, okay, why the hell is it not going to, this is kind of pissing me off. Sorry, I'm trying to go back to, oh, there we go, duh, Jesus. Is offering access to our trading bots. So yeah, man, October was a fantastic month. Looking for November to be as good as a month. So, I mean, you know, just full disclosure, we've had our highest percentage month was back in or this year, I think we made 400% in April. And we did I think we did 250% in June. And then we've never had a negative month. Let's just say that we never had a negative month. I think our worst month we did like 40% profits. So, but you know, that's in the bear market. So most people are like way down, like we're making money, but you know, to each their own. So I wanted to finish with Stellar Lumen. Sorry, I got a little distracted plugging my shit. So hopefully that kind of explains what I was talking about. So yes, in that sense, like, yes, it is bots, like moving the price, but not at all in the way that's like not legitimate. It's not manipulation. Like this, like, of course you would be wanting to buy here. Of course you would wanting to be buy here. Of course you would wanting to be buying here. And you can see this just repeatable, predictable pattern. And probably the reason, I think you do have a good point. Like the reason that is happening is because a lot of the bots are efficient and they're trading on the same thing. And it's not just bots. You've got all these retail traders that are buying in right here. They're buying in here. They're buying in here. And they're getting fleeced here, and they're selling, they're holding on, they're getting fleeced here, and this is where they're all selling off because they feel like they're in a trap position. So everybody bought in here, and then all the smart money sells, and then they sell as well, panic sell, and then smart money buys back in. We get this candlestick, and no Discord channel, just website. Can you explain what you mean by that? Yes, you can go to the. Right now, you cannot pay through the website like we had it, because like I said, you can go to the website and see like what our, like here, I'll show you. Like just go to cryptocurrency.com. Just go to our website, and this will take you to the Discord. You can pick up, hey guys, make sure to go check out the merch store. We'd appreciate that. And you can go over here and go to trading services, go to chat group. And this will give you a breakdown of what we do and how we do it. And and all these links will take you to the chat group. Now this link used to take you to the payment link. You could go here and then you could fill out the form and insert your, it would give you the wallet address. We've taken that offline right now because we're redoing everything. The link opens Discord, but does not link to your Discord. So, okay, so you should be able to just type into your browser. If you have Discord open, you should just be able to type in discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com into your URL. Or Johnny Boy, can you throw down that direct Discord link that he could click on? But yeah, I'm pretty excited to get this all done. My business partner Scott's the one who does all the web design, and Big Ben on the back end, he does all our bots and the special stuff that makes the Discord do what it does. But yeah, soon this is all going to be redone. But the next time when you come here, hopefully here within the next 2 weeks, well, definitely within the next 2 weeks, it'll be done. Otherwise, would that be called the Head and Shoulders? Are you talking about the XLM pattern? No, I'm not really seeing. This doesn't really look like a Head and Shoulders to me. No, if anything, it looks like what it does look like is this could be a reversal Head and Shoulders, but we need this right here. We can see that I've actually indicated the purple box where I'm looking to buy back in if XLM dips before we move to the upside. However, we could be changing that because in the last, I looked at this chart a couple days ago and had drawn all these lines. So as we can see, we have this pattern right here, this symmetrical pattern, and this is a neutral pattern that typically is a continuation pattern of the previous trend. So we have an uptrend, right, that is exhausted, and then we move into a long period of consolidation, which is what this entire year has been. Everybody has called this like a super bear market, but It's really not been, people. It's been a consolidation period, and all the coins that you've seen like go to zero, they were going to go to zero anyways. They were only getting pumped up because everybody was super excited about crypto. Now, there's a lot of like low market cap speculative coins that are like wonderful to buy into, but just remember that you're not trading a pattern. Like, if this chart, like, what can it, like, let me get a good example. Oh, I know it's a good one. See, like, am I crazy? Is like, you know, you guys tell me, like, this is the way I normally chart. This is the color pattern that I normally use. Like, am I crazy? Like, people say that this doesn't, that this is hard to see. Is this not like easier to see than the black stuff? Like, I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, maybe I'm crazy. But let's look at here. Navcoin's like not a good example. Like, but let's look at ELF. Like, everybody's talking about ELF. Oh, okay, right on, man. So let's take a look at like ELF, because everybody's like talking about ELF right now. Okay, so like, let's look at this. So, okay, this isn't really quite what I wanted to see, because there is a little bit of predictable pattability here, and it has kind of kind of ranged and consolidated. So right now we're just seeing that price has always been consolidating, and that now it's in a massive period of consolidation. But I'm trying to think of like something else that, you know, like gets listed and then everything is red over orange. Can you... Thanks, Johnny boy. I appreciate that. Crush, what do you mean by that, man? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like red cream soda better than orange soda. But I'm not sure. Are you saying that you do like this better? Because then, I mean, we just might have become best friends, Crush. Because this is the way that I like to chart. This is the color scheme that I like to chart. Trying to think of like, I don't know, maybe I could pull up like, I wanted to pull up like BitConnect, but I can't. I don't know, but I'm just talking about like, okay, when you see a coin that like gets listed up here, and then all you see for like its price is like something like this. Right? Where like price is just like going down and going down and going down and going down and going down. Then, I mean, I don't know how you trade that. Like, at what point do you say like the bottom's in? Because that's like what everybody wants to say. Like, oh, the bottom's in on this coin, the bottom's in on this coin, the bottom's in. How the fuck do you know? There's no market data, dude. You're taking about oh, are you talking about in this format? The red candles look a little orangish. I think they look, well, yeah, I mean, clearly the red does stand out better on the black, but I don't know, it just seems like, just something about it I don't like. It's like depressing. It's like, this is like for Halloween, like, tonight on Cracking Cryptocurrency, Halloween edition. Bitcoin Cash goes down. Who's the killer and why? It's like the opposite of what Bitcoin Cash is doing right now. It's pumping to the moon. Not really. I don't think it's got much steam left in it. There's going to be successive waves of Bitcoin Cash moving forward, but so, all right. But so just talking about like how would I have traded this? Well, this is like, okay, just like, I'm just being realistic with you as a trader. Like, okay, this section of the market right here, say this section of the market right here, from like listing to massive pump into Twilight Crypto Zone. Tonight on Twilight Crypto Zone, we find out that Bitcoin Cash is actually real Bitcoin. Craig Wright, the real Satoshi all along. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Sorry, I guess I'm allergic to bullshit. So, I'm just being realistic with you as a trader. So, let me make this a little like more visible here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so purple area right here, when the coin is initially listed on Binance and when they just have this massive run up, like there's no way to use like any like real technical analysis on a large scale frame. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to zoom down to like the hourly chart use a momentum oscillator like the stochastic and if your bias is bullish and you know that you're trending hard and volume's pouring in and pouring in and pouring in. Roger Ver and Satoshi. Oh my God, I fucking knew it. From the day I saw him read that infographic for Mount Gox. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but Roger Ver did that, like, basically when there was a when there was a lot of FUD before Mount Gox actually went down. He went over there and then he shot that video where he's like clearly like reading off a script, and he's like, "Hi, my name is Roger Ver, Bitcoin millionaire, and I am here to tell you that Mount Gox is completely sound, and I have looked at their books, and I know that you could go ahead and put your life savings on Mount Gox, yes, because I am Roger Ver." I knew from that moment that that was a man that I could trust with my Bitcoin. Dude's a come on, dude. That dude's a fucking joke, man. I mean, listen, his thing about like Bitcoin Cash versus Lightning Network, like, I'm actually open-minded. I was talking about that the other night, I think with the Year Crypto Daily guys. That I'm open to hearing, but the idea that like Roger Ver is a good, and I know you're not saying this. I know you were being sarcastic. I'm just kind of whiffing it here. Roger Ver is a fucking garbage human being, dude. Like, he's a straight piece of shit, dude. Like, he's a fucking garbage human being, dude. So, okay, so this area right here, like, there's no way using technical analysis to be able to catch this. I mean, you can use basic market analytics and know that, okay, hey, we're in an uptrend, and now look at all this massive, like, green bullish volume. Like, we know this can't, like, continue because buyers are getting exhausted. But that would have, like, told you to sell, like, your margin of error was just massive, because that would have been telling you to sell, like, basically from here to here. So you're missing out on, like, I don't know, what is this movement, like fucking 400%? Yeah, like 670% price went up. So yeah, like, this is just, you would have had to get the hot stock tip down here, and this would have been a trade the news event. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? But once price does this, right, and you're just looking as a trader, like, okay, now I'm looking for patterns to trade. Well, right around like here, now you have predictable patterns to follow. Now you've got what seems to be a forming channel with 1, 2, 3 touches, so you know the channel's valid, and you see price trending down. So now you can use a combination of Fibonacci, and either Fibonacci off the entire price range, or Fibonacci on each individual swing low or swing high, and you can also use a pitchfork or a Fibonacci channel inside this range to be able to determine. But you can also just chart it with the bare naked eye. You know that, look, if this pattern's going to hold, you're looking to sell here, and you're looking to buy somewhere around the vicinity of here, okay? And also, see this point of control, this market data, see this blue shit and the yellow, this is all VPVR that I trade off. This isn't it's not historical data. It's not looking at the past. Like, this, at this point in time, like right here, like, these lines are what you would have seen. Like, they're not like calculated here and then thrown back, and you're like, oh, that would have been nice to know back then. No, you do know that back then using this indicator, and that's why I use it. This is all one indicator. Everything that I have on the chart is just one indicator, and then this is one, and this is one. I only use 3 indicators, guys. That's all you need. 3 that you know super well, scalpel precision, and then, you know, you're not going to see me throwing, like, because that's the problem with using lots of indicators. You're like, well, let me see what the stochastic says. Well, that didn't really tell me what I want to see. Like, let me see what the RSI says. All you're doing is looking to confirm your bias, and you're immediately not trading anymore. You're fucking gambling. You need to have a strategy that you're going to implement the same time in the same market system or scenario, and execute that the right way every time. And you're going to have losses. You might even lose half the time. But when you lose, you're not going to lose a lot. And when you win, the other 50% of the time, preferably 60% of the time is what you're shooting for, you're going to win a lot more than you lose. And this is the way that you can make trading a reliable lifestyle and income, and that's what I've done. So, being realistic, and that's why I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, because all the people that you're going to hear on Telegram are like, man, we're only trying to catch pumps, pump and dumps, this and that. We never lose a trade, 1,000% efficiency. They're fucking lying to you, dude. They're lying. I know, because I've been a trader for 10 years. They're fucking full of shit, dude. They're selling you snake oil. So, sorry, rant. All right, so Anyway, so now we have a nice predictable pattern. So just looking at stellar lumens, looking to the future, we can see here, if we just zoom into the most, well, actually, I do want to like keep it zoomed out so I can just like base off this. So the entire market data, which includes all this buying down here, but we can see that almost all the volume has taken place here. So like the more people bought in here, and you can see that more people bought in here than bought in here, right? And that's why they got fleeced. And that's why you had all this selling, because the people that bought in here that didn't take profit here, like they get panicked and they sell off here, and that's why price goes down. And then they buy in here again and they don't take profit and they panic and price goes down. Yeah, telegrams for. But we can see that this pattern was broken on high confirmation volume right here, okay? And now we seem to have established a new pattern, right? And now we see that we had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of this pattern, right? Of this channel. So it seems to be valid, all right? So what we can do, like what I like to do is like we can use a fib channel, right? Okay. Oh, okay. So this would have let us know, here's our heart line right here. So we're looking, it's just like a pitchfork, guys. If price breaks through the heart line, if price breaks through the 50% retracement, we're looking for it to go much further. And if price goes above the 50% retracement, we're looking for it to go much higher. And then we come down, we see the 50% retracement holds, and then we zoom up and we gap up out of this trading pattern. And now we're looking to come down and test this as a support. Now, it's my opinion too, man. Like, I spent a year on Telegram, dude. We used to run the Cracking Crypto Signals channel from Telegram, and it's a goddamn nightmare over there, dude. For real, dude. It's a fucking nightmare. Discord is, yeah, Discord's where the smart people are at. So we're looking for price to come back down and test this as support. We can see that we're currently getting rejected from the point of control, but Lumens is being rumored to be the next coin that's being listed on Coinbase. All right, so you have to be looking at this because of that. You have to be looking to trade the rumor, buy the rumor, sell the news. So here's what I'm thinking. The dotted yellow line represents the point of control. That's the highest volume node, right? So this is massive resistance right here around like 38, anywhere from like 38.46 to 39.18. Okay, if we get over that, look, there's nothing, right? Price can just shoot right through this shit, right? So what I'm saying is this fact that we've broken two patterns and we seem to be in an uptrend, but right now we're still trying to break out of the consolidation right here. If we get up over this, dude, there's nothing holding us back from going up. Like, that's just 25% right there, okay? And that's on the daily time frame. So also Lumens, big volume coin. If you're a trader with a large position size, you can get your orders filled, not have to worry a lot about liquidity, a lot of liquidity on Binance, or you can go over to Bitfinex. They've got good liquidity as well, but I'm not actively recommending that people trade on Bitfinex right now. Sorry, let me F11 this shit. So what I'm looking for, but I'm not entering Lumens right now. What I'm looking for is two potential areas to enter. You're looking for price to come down and test this channel as support, preferably on a high volume node. So either here or here, almost immediately. If that holds and we springboard up, I'm still looking for price to break above the point of control. So you could range trade that from here to the point of control. You could range trade that and get like 5%. That'd be fine. Alternatively, if price comes back down here into my purple buy box, which is 3405 to 3471. So I'll just be generous and say from 3400 to 3500. And that's our 50% heart line right here back on our channel. So we're looking for that to hold. If that breaks, though, we're looking at going back all the way down to the bottom. So tight stop on that, probably at the 618 fib is where I'd have that stop loss at, a little bit below that. But if we're able to get above the point of control, guys, dude, it's to the fucking moon on stellar lumens. So I would prefer trading this the breakout strategy way. If you can scrape the bottom, set a tight stop loss, that's fine. But I'd prefer to see price gap up above the point of control and close above here on a daily candle, and then you can buy in because your margin of errors, and then you can set your stop like right at like 37.85 or right below the point of control because your upside potential is so great, so your risk to reward is well worth it to take that speculative investment. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream for right now. Let me bring back my ugly mug. Sorry, I know. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a good stream, guys. I like it. I like the feedback. I like the talking. Again, Johnny Boy Crypto posted all the relevant links. Make sure to go check out cryptocurrency.com. But the website is currently being redone from top to bottom. Big out to Scott, my business partner, for doing that. Big Ben currently on the development team working on implementing some trading bots and some volume scanners so that we can make volume better for you guys. Right now, we're currently automating our signals process so that that's all a lot cleaner and better. But guys, head over to discord.krakencryptocurrency.com. We'd love to see you in the community. What do I think about BAT? Actually, I can look at BAT real quick because I was talking about BAT with Scott the other day. I think BAT doesn't look very good to me right now if you're looking to enter right now. But that depends if you're in the trade. I can talk about both, but I don't mind looking at BAT real quick. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to get a look of the entire market, right? Oh, by the way, that gotta watch crypto. I'm JWise free in our Discord. DM me if you're interested in talking about the premium subscription, seeing what we have to offer. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. So let's see here, BAT. First, let's just zoom out and get an idea. Where's our volume at? Okay, well, BAT, as we can see here, in the grand scheme of things, in a period of consolidation. And we can see, let's see here, let's look for the repeatable patterns, guys. Let's look here. Channel. I don't really think that's relevant. I don't think that's a true trend. Okay, here we go. So, there we go. Now, let's do a fib channel. Not going to be able to do that. It's not relevant. All right, because it's not a parallel channel. So we have kind of like a flat top wedge right here. Hey, Sneaky Good Lord, man. Thanks for joining us, man. So we've got a descending top and a flat bottom. So this generally looks like a descending triangle. A descending triangle is generally bearish because it means that demand is not able to push price higher, and excess supply is continually pushing price lower and lower. So as we can see, just based off chart patterns, what happens when price reaches the top of this channel? It goes down. What happens when price reaches the bottom of the channel? It goes up. But every time it goes up, it's going up lower, right? Going up lower here, going up lower here, goes up even lower here, all right? It's roughly equal if you chart out the wicks, but that's not the way that I chart patterns. You have to understand that there's two ways to chart patterns. You either chart from the true candle closes, or you chart from the wicks. Doesn't really matter which one you want to do, but you want to make sure that whatever way you're doing it is consistent. So you don't start with the full body candle close and then change it like that, because now you're measuring two different points and it's not valid for what you're trying to trade. Now, I'm not looking to catch all the tops and bottoms. I'm trying to catch the trend. All right, so with that said, where's our point of control? Well, we see that price is trying to make a go of breaking out right here, but we weren't able to. We got rejected from right here. We got rejected from the volume area up here. We got rejected from the blue line, which is our developing volume area. All right, sweet, man. Appreciate having you here, man. So we got rejected from the volume area, and then we got rejected after we fell back in just off that wick. Now we're getting rejected from the trend line. So where are we looking for price to go down to? Okay, well, we're looking for price to go down to a high volume node, preferably the point of control. Right now, that point of control is at 39.35. Now, if the point of control holds, if we're able to find strong support there and price does rebound, then we are potentially looking at price going back up to retest the trend line. Now, one of the things about trend lines is that the more times you test them, they're like a trampoline. The more times you jump on them, the less strong they get. They lose their elasticity. They lose their springiness. It's like a rubber band that you're stretching. So we've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and we've only tested lower support twice. So lower support is much stronger than resistance. So we are looking at a potential to crash through and break to the upside. But as it sits right now, I'm not seeing it, okay? I'm going to need to see price gap up and close above right here, 45.95, right around this area. So let's say 45.26 to 46.40. So let's say 45.50 to 46.50, okay? If we can close above that range, we'll be closing above this last node of high volume, and there's not a lot of resistance here. We're looking for price to reverse in an area up here, okay? So if we're able to break up above and close, this is how it's gonna happen. This is how it'll look. This is, let me pull out my paintbrush. This is how a breakout looks, guys. So if we're able to get above this price area, okay, if we're able to get above this area right here and find support, right, that means the price goes up, comes back. So price comes up, touches the trend line, assuming we don't blow right through it. If we blow right through it on high volume, then you're looking at potentially market buying in. But I'm not seeing that, and I'll explain why as I do a volume analysis here in a second. So I'm not seeing us gapping right up and blowing through resistance. Now it is possible that we go up here and touch, pull back, find a higher low on this area, we find support at this area, which might be what we're seeing right now, and then we're looking to gap up above here, pull back, find support, and then price goes higher in a 5-wave cycle. Okay, that's how breakouts look, guys. You have a 5-wave Elliott pulse, or 5-wave Elliott wave cycle. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That's how breakouts look. Okay, but look at what we've got here. We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. All right, that means we should be looking at a 1, 2, 3 corrective wave. Okay, bringing us back. Now, potentially, we're going to see what we could be seeing here is like a 1, 2, 3 back to that point of control right here, and then maybe we move higher. But let's look at volume. Let's look at what we know about volume. Okay, so we have an established uptrend right here. We reach a bottom right here. Okay, so we have an established uptrend, right? And what have I been saying for when you're looking to exit a trade? You're looking to exit a trade. Sorry, I don't want that. Let me get rid of my freaking paint tool. I don't want that. Okay. You're looking to exit a trend or short the market when all the buyers that wanted to have bought, and now there's no buyers left to exhaust price. And how do you know? Well, it's because you get an established uptrend, right? And then you get everybody that wants to buy in buying in right here. And it's generally characterized by a long tail to the upside and a huge, massive volume bar right here. Okay? So I'm not sure that there's many more buyers in the market who want to buy BAT, who haven't already bought BAT, to push price up higher. And now there's nothing really holding sellers back from pushing price down and starting to break through these floors of support. And on the lower time frame, look how far we are above the relative point of control, all the way down here at 31.46. Okay, so we're quite a ways out of the woods here, guys. So I think BAT is dead. And all the people that bought in here, I mean, look at all this bullish volume. This area right here represents a shitload of buying. Where are all the rest of the buyers to push price up higher? They're already positioned. They already bought in. And as there's no more new buyers coming into the market to push price up, because right now, that's the thing about the bull market of 2017 and the slightly like tentatively like, oh God, I hope it's the bottom, like kind of baby bull market that we have, that there's not a lot of new people coming into crypto right now to push price up in an emerging uptrend. So you've got like the same pool of crypto traders who, like, once buying is exhausted right here, like, you're not going to see the next wave of BAT buyers come in from the streets getting on Coinbase and transferring funds over to Binance. It's not happening like it was back in 2017. So I think BAT is pretty exhausted, man. Looking for us to come back. We've got support at like 38.60. 38.50 to 39.50. We've got a little bit of support at like 4,200. We've got our next support at, let's say, 36.50 to 37.50, and then all the way back to our point of control from in like around 31.50, like so 3,100 to 3,200. So I'm seeing a retracement back down to consolidate around support, much more likely than a break to the upside. But there's a few ways that I could see, like, you know, we can see a break to the upside. Like, I could be wrong. There could be much more buyers than this. Generally, I'm not really buying it, but it's much more likely that all these people that are positioned here start panic selling as price moves down against them, and that's going to accelerate price moving down. So this already looks like an uptrend that might be temporarily exhausted, you know. And here's another thing you gotta remember, man. Like, coins getting listed on Coinbase does not mean that there's no new wave of like new buyers coming in to buy shit, right? Really what there is now when a coin gets listed on Coinbase, you have like big hodlers that aren't wanting to trade on Binance, that only like, for example, trust Coinbase because they're like more secure or whatever. You now have like a more legitimate avenue for hodlers to sell. All right. So like, look at Ethereum Classic. Like, it's never traded higher than the day it got listed on Coinbase. It's just been like down, 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 down. I think the same thing is going to happen for BAT. And I like Basic Attention Token. I like the Brave browser. But from a trading perspective, like, I don't know, bro, we're looking pretty exhausted, man. So I think it's much more likely for price to go down from here. I have pretty strong conviction about that. Now, again, like I said, you know, just to repeat myself, if we do see an influx of new buyers and price starts breaking above this resistance, I'm going to look for a pullback to support, and then I'll go in on it, you know. Same thing, like if we go up here and like find new support, like, you know, you could range trade this right here. But I'd have a really tight stop like right down here, because if price goes down below here, there's no low volume nodes, so we're going to go all the way down to here. So why would you want to lose from there to there when you could just like set a buy right here? All right, hopefully that helped, man. Did that help out? We had some people watching on Twitch today. I was excited. Not a whole lot, but like some people. It's good. We're not huge on Twitch yet. All right. If there aren't any further questions, which I'm happy to yield, I'm probably going to go ahead and end the stream, guys. I've been on here for an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much for like riding out with me. I really appreciate it. You guys have been quite amazing. I'll holler at Johnny Boy Crypto here in a little bit and see if they want to do like some chat on their channel, which I'm kind of down to do. All right, sweet. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you got them profits, dude. Like BAT wasn't one I played. Just in a whole bunch of other things right here, but you know, I've just looked at BAT so much lately, but I didn't trade it. You know, you say missed opportunity, but that's fine. Like, you know, I pulled, you know, other trades, so I'm cool with it. But yeah, dude, awesome opportunity on BAT, dude. Good trade. Yeah. Yeah, not like right now, like seems to be a good time to take profit. But if you're in the trade, like you can go ahead, you're already in good profits, dude. Like you can choose like one of these stops if you want. Because you don't want to miss out. Like so, like I said, 4150 to 4250, 3800 to 3900 would probably be a good area. But yeah, if you see price like trending down much more from here, like I think it's probably if it were me, I'd be taking profit right now, because you can aggressively market buy in on a break to the upside and know that there's more profit upside with less with a good R to R ratio and value. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, Johnny Boy Crypto. Thank you so much for hanging out, being a mod, man. You're the shit, bro. I really appreciate it. If you guys again, discord.com, cryptocurrencies.com. I'll be on there all night updating the trade journals and updating the trades. And I'll see what's up and what anybody wants to do. I might be back on for V for Vendetta drinking if I don't find anything else to do. So if you guys want to come on and hang out in a couple hours and just drink the night away, we'll do a little Cracking Crypto happy hour and watch some V for Vendetta. All right, guys. Peace out.